Okay, so let's dive right in. Everyone's been watching the box office numbers this weekend.
Yeah, it's always fascinating to see what's pulling people in.
Exactly. And today we're really digging into the Memorial Day weekend, specifically 2025.
Right, and it's shaping up to be a pretty significant one. We're working off a Variety article that just came out today, May 24th, gives us that first look.
Our goal here really is to, sift through that article, pull out the key details for you.
What's performing, how well, and maybe what it suggests about the bigger picture.
And it looks like two films are really driving things this holiday.
Absolutely. You've got Disney's Lilo and Stitch live-action remake,
Mhm.
and then Paramount's Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Quite the pair.
Very different films, yeah. And together, Variety seems to think they could push this weekend towards being the biggest Memorial Day ever.
Which would be, well, quite something after the last few years, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
A welcome sign for the industry, for sure.
Definitely. Okay, let's start with Lilo and Stitch. What are the numbers looking like?
Okay, so the article reports a really strong start. Pulled in $55 million, just combining Friday and the Thursday preview screenings.
Wow, $55 million already. That's huge.
It really is. It puts it right on track to potentially have the biggest Memorial Day opening weekend performance
Yeah.
ever.
And not just for the holiday, right? I think the article said it's the second biggest opening day this year.
Yeah, that's right. Just behind a Minecraft movie. Remember that one back in April? It did $57.1 million on its first day.
Ah, okay. So it's playing in that league.
Exactly. And maybe the most telling comparison is how it's pacing against Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, the article notes it's actually running ahead of where Maverick was at this same point.
Mm.
And Maverick went on to do, what, $160 million over the four-day holiday in 2022.
So Lilo and Stitch, it actually has a real shot at beating that, setting a new Memorial Day record.
It genuinely seems possible based on these early numbers.
Which must feel pretty good for Disney. I mean, especially after Snow White, their last big live-action remake. That didn't go so well, did it?
No, it really struggled. The article mentions it bombed, made about $204 million worldwide, but the budget was way up there at $250 million.
Ouch. So what's different here? Why is Lilo and Stitch looking like such a potential hit when Snow White wasn't?
Well, Variety points to a couple of things. First, the original animated Lilo and Stitch is, more recent, from 2002.
Right, so maybe more nostalgia pull for younger adults, families.
Yeah, potentially. It grossed $273 million back then. But I think the really key factor is the budget. This remake cost $100 million plus marketing.
Okay, $100 million versus $250 million for Snow White. That's a massive difference, less risk.
Huge difference. And it changes the whole equation. It's actually kind of amazing the article suggests the remake might pass the original's entire worldwide gross just in this opening weekend.
Wow. That really speaks to the power of that specific story, maybe, and getting the budget right.
Definitely. And it seems audiences are connecting. Reviews are leaning positive. And importantly, it got an A cinema score.
Ah, the cinema score. That's the poll from opening night audiences, right?
Exactly. And an A is a fantastic sign. It suggests really strong word of mouth, which is perfect timing as schools start letting out for summer. It should have good legs.
Makes sense. And who's involved? The article mentions the director.
Yeah, Dean Fleischer-Camp directed it. And the cast includes Maya Kealoha, Sydney Elizabeth Agudong, Billy Magnuson, Hannah Waddingham, Courtney B. Vance, Zach Galifianakis,
Quite a cast.
and a nice touch. Chris Sanders, who co-wrote and co-directed the original, is back voicing Stitch.
Oh, that's cool. Fans will appreciate that.
Sure. So, okay, switching gears from Hawaii to global espionage.
Right. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. How did that one launch?
Also very strong, $24.8 million on its opening day.
And the article flags that as a franchise best for an opening day, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Pretty impressive for a series this long in the tooth. It's playing in just over 3,800 theaters.
And what's the target for the weekend? Is it aiming for a franchise record there, too?
It is. The three-day record was set by Fallout in 2018 with $61 million. The current forecast puts Final Reckoning slightly above that, maybe around $63 million for the 3 days.
Okay, and then for the full 4-day holiday weekend?
They're looking at around $77 million domestically, and that's on top of, what was it, $75.9 million it already banked from international markets before the weekend even started here.
So it's off to a good global start already.
It seems so. And, one thing the article points out, which is crucial for these huge tentpoles, is the boost from premium formats.
Like IMAX and PLF screens.
Exactly. Those higher ticket prices really add up, especially when you consider the budget on this thing.